And one of the questions that are always asked is it real? Is it real? Is it real? Well, I think the purpose of the analog horror series, so to speak, they don't really answer that. So we're left to wonder. But there is a series called They Lie Above. And I'd love to explore that with you all a little bit today. Now, the content creator who makes these analog horror series is known as, let me say this right, Patorikku. Patorikku. I absolutely love these types of content creators. This is what I call content creating. All right. I love a good content creator that can do their graphics and edit a video. All right. But this content creator got very famous off of the Smile Tapes. And that is a series in its own right that we will explore on another day. The series that I want to explore is called They Lie Above. Specifically, there are 7, let me pause this. There are 7 video clips in this analog horror series. The first one titled Test Flight 112, Bazell, Armstrong Apollo. He wants answers. They Lie Above, Part 1. She needs answers. And listen, there's even very people even get so serious about this that they're like, "Well, what's in the description? What are these links or this text mean, so to speak?" And we just don't know. But that is the fun of it all. Now, as we kind of explore this series called They Lie Above, the first video in this series, in this playlist series, is called Test Flight 112. This is purportedly a video that was done of a test flight that Neil Armstrong participated in. And boy, did it get really, really interesting. Check this out. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So much is going on here. So the first video in this series, They Lie Above, starts with test flight 112. And that during this test flight, this X-15 test flight, Neil Armstrong came upon what appears to be a UFO, some sort of object that was there as soon as he hit space, the darkness of space. It was right there again, almost like um, skies are policed. Okay, um, gotta love though the big, the big black box to cover up whatever it is that supposedly hit his plane or came up to his plane. Can I just say this sounds so dangerous though. Did y'all hear this? Listen to that. Imagine being the one in that plane that has to, endure that. So if I slow it down, if I go all the way on slow-mo here, um again, Neil Armstrong, and during his test flight, he hits the firmament of space, and immediately on his left side there is a unidentified object there. So you can see he hits the black firmament of space. Bam! It's right there. As soon as he got up there, almost looks like a star in the sky. And as he continues this test flight, this object is going to come up to his plane. So he's like, "Oh my goodness, what is that? What is this object?" Right? And then we get a block that says censored for the viewer's sake. Nah, don't censor it for my sake. I hate it. I hate the censoring, okay? Absolutely hate it. We see USAF on the one of the wings of the plane, and then we see, of course, a military star emblem on the other wing. But watch as this object comes closer to this plane that Neil Armstrong was piloting. This was again before the moon landing. It was before the moon landing. So this object gets closer, and there was even a flash, like a whole glitch flash that occurred when that object got a little closer. And it just gets closer and closer, and we sort of start to see what looks like almost like legs, almost kinda gives me spider vibes, but it's close. It is there to inspect his plane, and you can see, if you look around the edges, you can see something. It's almost like it's touching his plane. My, first thoughts after seeing this, it's like they knocked him out of the sky. They didn't want him to go any further up. And see, then there's this huge glitch. I don't know if you caught that. See if I can pause it at the right timestamp. Bam. Hold on. Bam. Oh, almost got it. Almost got it. Hold on. We got to go back. Let's try it again. Oh, I missed it again. It happened so quick. Hold on. Bam. Oh, wait. Pause again. Hold on. It's like 204. I almost had it. Hold on. It's like between 204 and 205. And I've got it on the slowest setting. Let me see if I can customize that a little bit more. Okay. If you notice in the glitch itself, there is a face. Bam, got it. Got it. There is a face that seems to appear w it kind of it's weird that they would have, like, a black box covering whatever that object was that was there in the sky that then proceeds to come over to his plane. Um, but then during instead of the black box covering that portion, there's an entire, like, huge screen-sized black box that occurs, and when that glitch, or whatever you wanna call it, happens, there seems to be a face that is covered, and I don't know, what does it look like to you all? It looks like to me some sort of a being with very, very large, dark eyes. Do you all see that? How interesting. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me reshare it here. All right. Bring it in. Bam. But look at that. You can actually see a face. All right, let's keep going. On normal speed. We're gonna go ahead and go to video finish.
In 1947, the community of Corona, New Mexico experienced a strange event that caused confusion and sparked curiosity. The people reported a quick, bright dot in the sky. Some reports estimated that the light was traveling as low as 1,400 feet and as fast as 300 miles an hour. 10 days later, on the morning of July 6, 1947, a rancher named Michael Bazell saw some peculiar debris on his way into town. That evening, Bazell decided to visit the site to investigate it. He told his family about his plans for the evening, expecting to be back the following day. Little did they know this was the last time they would see Bazell. After 48 hours with no word, the family grew concerned. Worried, they drove to the site Bazell was expected to be in. He was nowhere to be found. The family called the authorities to file a missing persons case, and a statewide search was started. To this day, Bazell remains missing. An interview of William Bazell, Michael's son, was conducted by KOB News, July 24, 1962.
Still have that memory of him leaving that afternoon, and all I can remember is feeling pain. I love my dad. He was the best dad someone I could ever have. He worked hard to give us everything. He told us he'd be back. never would have thought that would be the last time I ever seen. And it still haunts me to this day. We were scared. Mom and I wanted to move out the state as soon as we could, and she hasn't dealt well with the whole incident. She's been having nightmares for years. She calls out my dad's name in her sleep. He still might be alive today. And I hope he is. I'm just afraid of what he's gone through.
Meredith Bazell, the wife of Michael Bazell, refused to be interviewed.
Five, four, three, two, one, zero. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
We got a roll program. Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on proper heading. Plus 30 seconds. Control mode. Houston, you're good at 1 minute. Downrange 1 mile, altitude 3, 4 miles now. Velocity 2,195 feet per second. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Eggs were stored in a probe. Weren't sure about why it was needed. So we asked them, and the only thing they told us is that it's for dire situations. And they weren't the typical first aid kit, the bandages and those kind of stuff. Like they were pills without any label. They looked peculiar, and we were confused on why our superiors gave us that stuff. And then I felt something. I don't know why, but I started to feel dreadful. And weirdly, it felt like a presence that was familiar, like I had met it before. Buzz stayed inside the probe, and he told me a week after he arrived back, he also felt that same presence. It was a very confusing and scary experience. Well, I was at the shop in my local town getting groceries, and Neil Armstrong happened to visit the town at the same time. I grew fascinated with space over the past few years, so I went up to him and I greeted him, and we started talking about his Apollo mission. It was a lovely chat up until that point. I don't know what has gotten into him at the moment, but he had stopped. Like, he had this expression of pure fear and trauma. It's like a switch in him flipped. I asked him if everything was all right, and he said he had to go. He walked out of the store in a brisk manner, and as if he were being followed. It was really odd.
We'll never hear the end of it. We'll never hear the end of it. They'll never understand what we've done. Don't cry, don't cry, oh, don't be afraid.
This is like almost saying he doesn't age.
Our future's bright as the sun.
Huh.
We'll never hear the end of it. We'll never hear the end of it. But darling, as long as we're one,
That's a real creepy
don't
photo.
cry, don't
Oh, that's
cry.
real
Oh,
creepy.
what can they say?
No way.
It's too late now, 'cause it's done. Oh, we tried to tell them.
Listen, Neil Armstrong, he died in 2012. All right. So that can't be right. That can't be right. So it's almost like the implication here. Oh, the implication is almost as if, aliens or some sort of a being, had some sort of interaction with his plane. And then you had this man go missing and his children are looking for him. Hold on, let's see what else. This is the He Wants Answers clip.